The Board of Worship is looking for volunteers just like you to help us with these ministries having to do with worship. The staff of Prince of Peace has been hard at work to put together the live streaming videos that we've been watching every Sunday. However, they need help now that the in-person worship is going to begin in September.
We can really use the help.
And so the Board of Worship is putting together this video to show you a few of the things that the staff and some volunteers have been doing that we could use your help with. One of the jobs that's important now as we begin in-person worship again at Prince of Peace is our screeners. These folks are going to be at the front door here waiting for people to arrive and putting them through an important health screening process in order to allow them to come in to worship. We're going to show you how it is that we have people behave as screeners. Here we have a normal, everyday parishioner coming to worship at Prince of Peace. As she walks in, she will encounter our screener, Karen Wagner.
Do you have a mask?
I left it in the car.
Oh, then please put this on.
Okay.
And your name, please.
Sonia DeLuca.
Okay. Thank you. We have some questions that we need to ask you. So, have you experienced any of these symptoms in the last 24 hours? Fever, cough, or shortness of breath?
No.
Have you traveled outside the country in the last 14 days?
No.
Have you been advised to quarantine by anyone?
No.
Have you had contact with a COVID positive person in the last 2 days?
No.
Okay. So I need to take your temperature. You're fine. And so the last thing we do is ask you to clean your hands, please, with the squirt. And our usher right here will show you to your seat.
Thank you.
An excellent job. Just as simple as pie. Next, a friendly usher will greet our parishioner and help to show her where it is that she should sit in the worship center. Good morning. Welcome to Prince of Peace. Come on in, we'll show you where it is that you can sit. Any of the aisles that are taped, you're not allowed to sit in, but you can sit anywhere else as long as there's 6 feet between you and a fellow parishioner, unless you brought somebody with you from your own household.
I did.
All right.
Not today.
Where would you like to sit?
I will sit right here.
Wonderful. Now, this morning's service, you won't need a bulletin because everything will be shown on the screens. All right? I'll be here in the back if you have any other further questions.
Thank you.
Assistant ministers will help with the distribution of communion and also sharing parts of the liturgy in worship, such as leading prayer. Let us pray. Merciful God, as grains of wheat scattered upon the hills were gathered together to become one bread, so let your church. We also have need for communion servers to participate in our non-contact communion service. All you need to do is pass out the wafers. No speaking will be required. After every service, the worship center needs to be wiped down in preparation for the next occupants. And so, members of our staff and even parishioners can be volunteers to help us do the post-worship cleaning. A quick once down does the job. And of course, we have lots of need for new voices and instruments in our music ministry. You can join our virtual bell choir. You can join our virtual voice choir as well. 1, 2, 3.
A mighty fortress is our God.
You can play a different musical instrument to offer in worship. Playing the guitar in Crossroads or in another place in worship. Brass ensemble. You can become a member of Crossroads. Or any instrument that you choose. Flute, clarinet, string instrument, and percussion. Our technical crew is responsible for making sure that everything looks and sounds great on our virtual services broadcast live online. They include preparing all of the slides for worship, monitoring the sound, and making sure that the picture that you see online is picture perfect. And if you are interested in helping out with our live streaming of our worship services, make sure to contact me or our tech leader, Mike Beck. So these are just a few of the ideas in which you can be a contributor to worship at Prince of Peace. If you'd like to participate with assistant ministers or communion assistants, please contact Roger Simonis. Our friends Linda Schilling and Doug Bashirs are in charge of ushers. If you can help Karen Wagner actually do some cleaning after some worship services, please get in touch with her. Obviously, if you have anything to do with the music ministry, make sure to contact me, Scott Uddenberg. If you can assist with screening parishioners as they're entering the building, please get in touch with Mark Walther. The Board of Worship is looking for volunteers just like you to help us with these ministries having to do with worship. That's all that's happening at Prince of Peace right now. What happens in the future is partially up to you.